let me return the compliment.
Oh, you got it. There we go. All right.
How are we?
Good. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing great, thank you. Nice relaxing Saturday afternoon.
Well, you probably needed it. How you guys been working hard?
Yeah, we had I'm kind of recovering from that, shall we say?
I understand that.
It's not drink related, unfortunately, John. It was more kind of all the equipment being set up and everything that comes with that. So.
Well, you guys are getting ready to start the tour pretty soon, huh?
Yeah. In between doing interviews, I'm doing rehearsals at home. Because we're all kind of based around the globe, we do rehearsals at home first of all, and then we meet in a central point, usually in Scotland, and we rehearse for about a week solid with a set, but we pick our set lists months in advance, so we had to guess the best 6 songs to play in this tour from the new album, which wasn't an easy task by any means.
Sure.
We seem to have most of the songs that we've picked have been ones that have been talked about anyway, so fingers crossed.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Cardinal CD, and I did a review on it for AFM, and all I got to say is it's incredible. I mean, you guys, it really is. I know it has like you want a little more like a progressive feel on it. Yeah. But as soon as I put it in and listened, to the first song, I said, "This is amazing," and it really is. I mean, and I've been spreading the word ever since. I've been listening to you guys since 2006, and I remember some of the first stuff I've heard was like from Second Coming, and it was just fantastic. And Masquerade Ball was the first song. I remember that was the first song I heard from you guys.
Which one, sorry?
Masquerade Ball.
All right, cool. Yeah, still a live favorite.
Right, that was the first song, and I've been a fan ever since.
Thanks, man. Thank you. It's great to hear that because we've obviously gone through quite a bit of history in our life, but in terms of personnel, etc. But I think, given the fact that the majority of the songs come from me to start with, and the fact that we've always retained Thorsten in the group, who is, to me, one of the best hard rock metal guitar players out there. He's unbelievable. It's really helped us retain that point of our sound. I think if some of my favourite bands, like Jaded Heart, for example, Jaded Heart are completely different bands now without Michael Borman, because he was the main songwriter. Still a great band, but it's difficult to link the two. We've been fortunate that obviously I've remained and Thorsten's remained. I always think when a song starts up, you can hear it's Eden's Curse, and the voice has changed, and certainly to my ears for the better. I love Michael singing, but I think Nicola is just a gem. I've produced both of them, so I know what they're capable of, and we've got an unbelievable vocalist. That kid can sing anything I've given him, and not just sing it, but he can sing it very, very well. So it makes our job as songwriters and bandmates really easy.
Oh, on this one, when you guys, I know you decided to go a little more on the progressive side of it. Why did you decide to make that change? And I really think, everything that you've done in the past is, excellent. But this just takes you to another level, and it shows how diverse the band is.
Yeah, to be honest, I'll be completely frank. The decision to be progressive was not deliberate. It actually just happened that way. I think we loved Symphony of Sin, but we did want this record to be a little bit harder edged. Symphony of Sin for us was a very upbeat album lyrically as well. This is slightly darker lyrically, I think that last album was a kind of hard record for us to get out of our system, because we had come through quite a stressful fallout with the whole Michael situation, and again we didn't particularly. I read a lot of people say that we went lighter in EOR. We didn't. We just had a different timbre in our voice. In actual fact, songs like Symphony of Sin are heavier than anything we've ever done.
Right.
Devil in Disguise is one of the heaviest things we've ever done. So, but we brought in, we've always had that kind of AOR, with a diversity where we have got songs like Journey in some places, a heavier Journey. We've got balls to the wall metal like Black Widow and Masquerade Ball and all these songs. So we just wanted to make sure that this record was a bit more concentrated on some of the heavier elements, and that actually came from the live environment. This new lineup has played more shows than probably, I don't know if this is a true statement or not, so forgive me if I completely balls this up, but I think that this lineup has probably played more shows than the last lineup did in its entirety. Because we're all based in Europe, we've got the opportunity to go and take a show like a festival in Belgium or a festival here. One-offs when Michael was in the band was really difficult because the cost implications to bring him over from the US was massive. We used to have we used to have travel expenses the equivalent of the debt of an African nation. So
that's right.
It certainly made our life in terms of being able to tour much easier, and I think that's a key element for us growing as a band. It actually was one of the main reasons that Michael left. He didn't want to tour as much, and I felt that going forward for the future that we had to tour to become a bigger band. I think if we just released albums and that was it, we were dead in the water. So I think we've vindicated that's been the right decision, and I think nowadays what happened with these songs is that we noticed a lot of the faster paced songs just go down so well live, so we said let's write more of them, and I think we always have a slight progressive touch anyway. I mean, you can't be in a band with Thorsten and write AC/DC songs. He wants to push us all technically because he is of that ability, and it's great for us to try and match some of these ideas and bring them to fruition. It's not always easy, and Christian coming on board as the keyboard player, who is another technical monster, allowed Thorsten to say, can you do this? And Chris was saying, never mind, can I do that? Can you do this?
Right.
And oh my God, things just lifted. So that progressed as the songs progressed, and those guys took the kind of solo sections. There are a couple of definite, songs like Find My Way and Jericho, the two epics. I really wanted to push the instrumental sections on them more than we've ever done. And our influences are bands like Journey, Queensryche, Dream Theater, Winger, the progressive side of Winger particularly. So that all comes together in a melting pot with all these European influences like Edguy and Avantasia and Stratovarius. So when it's all seeping into this brain, that's the melting pot that comes out, and I felt that the first time that we'd really gone progressive as much as we'd ever done was on the title track of Symphony of Sin, and I just loved the way that worked. I thought, let's do that, and let's do even more. So if you were baking the progressive cake, it was a sprinkling of progressiveness on Symphony of Sin. Well, this time it's handfuls in Jericho and Find My Way. So those two were very deliberate, and the rest kind of developed as the songs were recorded.
Now, how about as far as your songwriting on this one? Was it easier? Now that you added the Christian is a new keyboard player, and was it a little easier for you to songwrite this time?
I don't know. I mean, I don't find songwriting difficult, and I don't find it a chore. I just find it enjoyable. So what I try and do is I write solely for myself. I mean, this time I'm always writing for the singer in mind. I guess I never really have restrictions around the guitar department because Thorsten always takes what I give him and takes it up levels higher, and that's a really great relationship that we've got there. So I just first and foremost write for myself. I did obviously think about some of the vocal melodies and what I would love to hear Nicola do, and that wasn't there. I mean, Symphony of Sin was written really before Nicola joined, and Cardinal was written before Christian joined. So the next record is even more exciting because we can take Chris's ideas on board. We can take we can write things specifically for him because we know what he can do. So it's, I don't know if it was easier. It never seems to get easier or difficult. I just kind of do it and not really think about it.
Right.
For me, my philosophy is quite straightforward, John. If it rocks me, then I'm happy, and if it doesn't rock me, it goes in the bin, and the guys don't even get to hear it.
Right.
I take forward songs that I'm completely stoked about and happy about, and I think you've got to be that way. It's almost imagine a guy painting a picture. You're not going to show someone a picture that you don't like or you're not proud of. So I get the songs to a level that really just do it for me first and foremost. I'll give you a good story. We were on tour with Freedom Call.
Okay.
In March of last year in Germany, so we're driving to wherever one of the venues is, and I'm sitting with my iPhone, my headphones on like I am now, and I'm playing the demo to Find My Way, and it's only 2 minutes long at this piece. I've got the intro, the verse, right up to the chorus, and I'm petrified to let Thorsten hear it because I'm thinking this is different, and that's just me as a writer. It's like, what will he think about this? And it's quite a personal song to me. It's written about somebody that's close to me that suffers from depression, and it's my song that's saying to them, come on, let's put our hands together, let me put my arms around you, and we'll find a way out of this together. And the lyrics from the verse, if you listen back to the lyrics, it's the person who's suffering speaking. I sometimes feel that life gets me down, that kind of area. So I then eventually just say, right, Thorsten, listen to this. And he sits and puts it on, and his face kind of goes, and I'm thinking, he hates this. And at the end, he just took his headphones off. He says, dude, that is fucking incredible. And I'm like, yes. He says, that is absolutely incredible. And my demos are really quite well produced. I mean, all of the, I don't play piano, but I can kind of write on piano, and I can kind of program some of the notes together, a little bit of cheating via computer. But it's great because it does produce a manuscript that you can hand to a keyboard player who says, okay, let me play it like a real keyboard player.
Oh, that's cool.
So the piano parts were all there, the keyboard parts, the huge string part was all there, and he just said, that is unbelievable. He says that I don't need to do much with it, but I've got a couple of ideas to make it even better. I'm going to work on it when I go home. So that was quite a nice moment for me, and I still get that even 10 years of working with Thorsten. I still get sometimes that little degree of uncertainty. Will he, he's never turned around and told me, dude, that song's shit. It's never happened, but sometimes you want him to buy into an idea that you love as well. So you do have a degree of I don't know what the correct word for it is, but just you want to be sure about it, if you know what I mean. Right,
there's always that little bit, even when you're with somebody that long, being able to do that. So that is a long time. I mean, you guys collaborate, very well, and it's obvious in the in the quality of the music and the and how great the albums are, and every album too is as it seems like it just gets a little bit better as you see you guys are. I was extremely impressed with this one. Like I said, it is. I think it's going to be one that takes you guys over the top, and I think it's well deserved.
Thank you. I mean, it's not been something that we've done overnight. It's been constant progression. I think each album, the first album. We've never shied away from saying that really the first album was a songwriting project for me in the outset, and I found Michael and we found Thorsten and went from there. We had no idea it was going to do so well. We actually all turned up in Germany for a photo shoot together, and we'd never met each other. The album was in the can, and we'd never met each other face to face. Wow. So that was a weird thing. It was an online thing that we did over the PC. We still record that way today. The only exception is John and myself flew out to Germany and recorded drums with Dennis Ward in a big studio, and I think that's really evident. I think Cardinal has got the biggest and best production Eden's Curse has ever had, and I always think our albums are very well produced, but this one's just, everything's in it, John. Right. Orchestra, we've got a choir in there, we've got the drums with Dennis, it's massive, and Liv Christine as well. So it's a real been 2 years of hard work of writing it, because that's the most important piece. When you come out of having a record like Symphony of Sin, which did so well for us, we said, okay, how are we going to top this one? And the secret to it was take your time, write as many ideas that you can, get them all on tape, get them down, get ideas from all the guys. So everybody submitted songs for the record. So you've got Unconditional, which Thorsten kind of wrote all the music. You've got Utopian Dreams, which was Steve Williams' song to start with, and we came in and helped him with that. Nicola wrote Messiah Complex with me and Rome's on Fire. So it was great to get ideas from other guys in the band. It makes my job easier as well, and it keeps it fresh and exciting. And yeah, so the next one again is going to be another challenge. I'm not ready to start recording or even begin to write. I want to, it was a long, hard process. I want to take some time off, and we really want to play a lot of shows with this record too, and tour as much as we can. Yeah.
Do you guys? I know you guys. And speaking of the tour, I always ask. I talk to Thorsten on Facebook, and I always ask him about U.S. gigs. Do you guys have any plans to come over? Is there? I know it's hard to do because of the cost. That's what I hear from a lot of the bands.
Yeah, the problem is we would love to do it, but we just don't get any interest from US promoters. We've only done one show in the States, which was in Illinois at Melodic Rock Fest.
Okay.
Beyond that, we've never been contacted by any US promoters to come and play, and we absolutely would love to come. It's just one of those things. We don't have any connections with promoters out there. They have to come and offer you the chance to play. And for the European bands, it's going to be expensive to come there. But
right.
I think our kind of philosophy is just to keep slowly building Eden's Curse and hope it gets to that level where we get enough interest and people want to bring us out, and even shows like Prog Power in Atlanta would be stuff we'd love to do. We submit applications for it, we contact I know Dustin tries to work angles with Glenn and everyone, but it's never been anything that's materialised. So we just get on with it, John, and hopefully if we keep doing what we're doing, maybe sometime, somewhere, somehow someone's going to make that offer.
I'm hoping it's going to be soon.
Well, it's not, put it this way, it's not for want of the band wanting to do it. I do some promotion work in the background in Glasgow and Scotland here, so I appreciate that to bring a band to any country to play is you have to have an audience, and that's where it becomes difficult. We've got lots of fans across the US, but I have no idea, do we have enough fans to go and do a show in New York? I couldn't answer that question. I don't know how a promoter would. But maybe the best thing would be a support tour with someone if we were opening band. We're going to do that next year in Germany with some bigger bands, and these are we're a UK predominantly based band, so we can headline the UK, and we do headline in the UK. But for Germany, etc., we're trying to build our profile, so we go out opening for other bigger bands. But that's the best way we can do it. So maybe that's what the route will be in America at some point.
That's definitely understandable. It's and I hope that people like myself and everybody out here, they're fans and are able to get the word out for you guys. We just keep pulling for you, and hopefully get you out there, because like I said, it's a great band. I love listening to you. I spread the word to everybody that I deal with, all the people that read our blog and purchase from our store and everything, and I push it. Things that I listen to. How about as far?
That's the way to do it. Old school word of mouth, and I remember my dad would always say to me, "The cream will always rise to the top, son," and that's the best thing that you can do. You can, we don't get upset about the fact we're not hitting more goals yet. Rome wasn't built in a day. Pardon the pun from the song. So you just got to carry on doing what Eden's Curse does, and I hope and appreciate that that's good produced albums with good songs, and we'll get there.
You guys are there. I think you got it. Just keep Just keep doing what you're doing. It's music is, like I said, it's fantastic.
Thank you, mate.
Now, how about the when you do the the festivals over over in Europe and everything? How are the bands as far as camaraderie and everything? I mean, you guys, is there a lot of, hey, we want to get you guys out here and help you out? Is there a lot of good back and forth?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, even the tour, I can't announce it yet because it's not official. The tour that we're doing next, well, it's official, but it's not allowed to be announced yet.
Sure.
But the tour we're going to do next year has actually come from that. We've been out playing with someone, and they've said to us, we'd like to take you out on a bigger tour next year. So that definitely happens. I mean, even the supporting Dream Theatre, which we did for 2 shows in the UK, came from working with James. And he called and said that they were coming back to England. Would we like to open? Excuse me a second.
Sure.
Which we said, absolutely. Where do we sign? And so yeah, that does exist. Beyond the bands, though, lives this level of agents, which is difficult. So for a smaller band like Eden's Curse, a lot of the time we have to face agents who want you to buy onto tours, and we're not adverse to doing that, but it can be an extremely costly business. So for us, to do it in Europe particularly has to be a band that takes us up more levels. So we've been out with Stratovarius, which was our first ever tour. That was unashamedly a buy on, without doubt. But without that tour with Stratovarius, we wouldn't be where we are. It really introduced us to the UK audience in a big way. We didn't have to buy one to Dream Theatre. That was an invitation from James. But that's the type of thing that we would love to do, get a big arena tour with someone of that ilk, and really pushes. I mean, I remember James saying to me, you've got killer songs, you look great, you can do it live, you just need to now play in front of as many people as possible. So we're trying to do that with the right festivals, the right shows, all the time continuing to headline in the UK, and we're still not even there in Europe. In mainland Europe, we haven't played any of the big festivals, so there's little battles and victories that we're trying to get all over the place. Right. Excuse me, I think we got a frog in my throat here.
No problem. No problem. Oh, with with some of the bigger tours and everything, and I watch what you guys do and everything, and obviously I have the the live album, and I see you guys. There's a lot of bands. I'm not saying there's a lot of bands, but there's a decent amount of bands that don't deliver the live product as good as what it sounds on CD, and you guys are one of them that really does it well, as far as the harmonies and the backing vocals and everything, and the big sound. You guys really do it well.
Thank you very much, and it comes with a lot of hard work there, and it didn't just come instantly. It takes a lot of shaping of that sound and perfecting it. And going back to your early point as well, the live album was really, it was a joy to do it. It was great because we do enjoy playing live. We came off the Symphony of Sin tour, and we ended that tour in London, and I remember some of the guys from AFM were there, and they've been with us for 10 years, so they've really seen the progression of the band, and they came into the dressing room and they said, man, that was the best show you guys have ever done. That is the benchmark that you now need to aim for. Right. And their whole thing was, this is the best lineup of Eden's Curse ever. You've got a singer who is incredible live, who really works the audience. You've got a great new drummer, and of course now we've put Christian into the loop as well. Steve Williams was great live too. He was fabulous, Steve. Great visually with a head going behind the keyboards, which is what you don't always see. So he was great visually, but we took that as a real positive, and we said, okay, we were all on a real high, and we asked the label about doing a DVD, and when we saw the costs of that, we thought, oh my God, it was equivalent of 2 tours. Put it that way, we could tour twice on it, and right. It was more than what we get for recording an album in terms of the budget. So we thought, Jesus. So that put aside, we decided, it's an idea that we'll park for the future. It's got to be, if you and I go to our DVD collection, you put on a live Blu-ray, it's usually someone in front of a massive audience. Now, we get good crowds in the UK, but it's not 3,000 or anything like that. So we felt that if we're going to do a Blu-ray, it's got to be the right time, it's got to be the right crowd, the right audience.
Right.
And maybe just now is not the right time to do that in our career and spend that amount of money, because we've got to pay it back, absolutely.
Right,
so we felt we could do the live album, and that would serve the purpose, which was to let you guys in North America that follow us for years, let the guys in Mexico and Japan and Russia, guys in Sweden and Finland, all of these countries that have never had the chance to see Eden's Curse, to say, okay, we are a band, and here's what we do live. And I think when Nicola joined, we got an avalanche of emails from people saying, "Oh, you have to record the first 3 records again because he's such a great singer." And again, that's as much work as writing a new album. So we felt, okay, let's do this. We'll pick a kind of best of set with a lot of Symphony of Sin, as it's the current record, and it worked out great. We're really pleased with it, and what can I say about Dennis Ward? He's worth every penny that I pay him, and I just think that his mix on the live record is just stunning.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
How about as far as the Cardinal album? What is your what do you think's the favorite song that you have on that? I mean, what's the one that really stands out to you?
I think for me, probably the 2 epics I really like, because they were a labour of love to write. I'm rehearsing and going through them at the moment, and it's almost difficult to find my way in Jericho between them, because they are very different, but they're very demanding and technically at the top level of what I play at. So it's almost like being on the edge. You can't make a mistake. But I think I'll go for Jericho. I go for Jericho because it's such a cool vibe to it. It's got a lot of instrumental sections, and it puts the album out in a real high, in my opinion. A real cool song. So I'll go for Jericho, only just by a hair.
I know it's got to be difficult when you look at the overall. I mean, 12 songs on the album, and that's 12 great songs too. I can imagine the difficulty that you have, figuring out what to play live.
It is hard, John, but we've released 3 with the public, and we've never toured as quickly as we are this time on the back of an album. We usually wait 6 months or so, but just with the marketplace in the UK and us going out to Europe next year, November just was a good time for us. So again, I didn't want to play too many songs from Cardinal, because people might not have the record within that 1 month period. So we'll expect some of the songs will be new. So we thought, we're releasing 3 singles online. So you've got Sell Your Soul, Great Pretender and Unconditional, which we'll do live, and then it was just picking the next 3 songs. So that wasn't easy as well, and we had a few arguments between band members, but we got there in the end, and no one's dead.
That's always a good conclusion, huh?
Absolutely.
Paul, I know Dustin had said about a 25-minute interview. I mean, is it like I've actually got 4 hours worth of them, so my next one's now. So okay. I just wanted to thank you for your time, and I mean, really, it's an honor to speak to you. Like I said, I've been a big fan for a long time, and I'll keep spreading the word. And you guys just you keep doing what you're doing, and I wish you nothing but success, brother, on that album. I really do. Thank
you, man. It sounds like you're cursed.
You better believe it. Always will be.
Thank you, John. And
okay, Paul.
Be sure and share your likes of anything that you've posted, and we'll give it some love back on the curse site.
Oh, you better believe it. I got to get a couple shirts off the website too. Spread the word, man.
The new Cardinal ones are coming for the tour, so they'll be out soon. Okay, brother.
All right, Paul. Take care, brother.
See you soon. Take care.
You take care.
Bye-bye. All the best.
Bye-bye. You too.